Okay, so this is my deck for round 6 of KOTE, Ollie Master Tornado Pierce. It's one of my favourite AOA decks. It very much is a kind of rush deck in AOA. It's got Brigand logos, which is always great when you can get it to come off. It can be painful not to get the two pieces together if you rely on that, so I tend to try not to rely on just that. The Entangler is a very useful artifact for stopping opponents reaping. Archimedes is very useful, but people know the trick now and tend to kill it first anyway. Mars has got some great stuff in it here. Things that are really good in here, Mars first with the Harvester guarantees you some value, and you'll get 3 amber for playing both of those, 1 from Mars first and 2 from the Harvester reaping. Beam Buckler can be great for taking out little dweebs on the board. Mars needs amber, fantastic after the Beam Buckler, especially to get damage on enemy creatures and make them capture from their own side. Total Recall can be a lot of fun, can only really bring back 3 creatures in Mars here, but it's still useful for all the other stuff that it gets you amber for if you can get ready friendly creatures. There are only 11 creatures in this deck though, so never gives you a significant amount of value. Sniffer can be useful to get rid of elusive if you need to kill something. Hypnobeam, just great. You play down something nice, yoink, I'll take it. Absolutely fantastic. Hypnotic Command, also useful, but again in this deck only 3 Mars creatures, so causing them to only capture 3 amber. Shadows, lights out, great, removing stuff. Miasma to stop them forging and take tempo. A couple of routine jobs are useful. Swindle, Swindle very situational, to be honest, doesn't get played a lot. When it is good though, it's great for taking someone off a key and putting you on a key for tempo. Only being able to play the 1 card is problematic. The throwing stars and the whistling darts, when they come out together, are great, especially if you can get creatures up to within 1 damage of dying with the darts, and then throwing stars to gain that amber value. Ronnie, great if opponent surges. No way of recurring it here, but still useful. Little Nif is okay in something like Brobnar maybe, so that you're going to be fighting with stuff. This deck, the only things in here that I ever really fight with are the Brain Eater. Onto the opponent's deck from Team Invictus. This is Zora Richterin des Bienenstocks. I'm sure I'm murdering that German, but sorry about that. Looks an interesting deck, not a lot of amber control in here. Library access, great fun. Lab work, very useful. Library access with the phase shift as well is very useful for flooding board out. Dr. Escaterra, very situational. Comes out early, it's just a 4 power bod, which isn't unreasonable, but still. But comes out late and opponent can get a lot of amber if you've got keys forged. Skippy Time Hog, played at the right time, can be a right pain in the ass. And then onto Mars. Okay, Battlefleet Key Abduction. Very nice combo when you see it up front. Issue with it is, like the Brig, you need to get both pieces ready, and you also need to have enough Mars cards in hand with the BF to be drawing stuff, which means you need to rely on some of your archiving in logos. Very nice Maverick Inspiration to get some value out of something straight away, but again in this deck, like mine, not a lot of Mars creatures in here. Plague Master can be useful for dishing out damage to humans, especially against Sanctum. Phylix is an interesting card. Again, in this deck, it's only ever going to be getting rid of at most 3 amber. And then onto Shadows. So Fagin, Urchin. Very useful. Fagin pretty much never lives in my experience of playing Fagin decks. The Massive Asp an interesting threat. 3 power with poison and skirmish. They have to die. But the standout in the shadows for this, which it really can be very painful, is this double subtle maul, because taking 2 random cards out of your hand every shadow's turn, yeah, it can be really, really painful. It can be a double-edged sword because it can cause you to go into shadows more often than you should just to try and rip cards out of somebody's hand. But looks like an interesting deck. Let's see how we go. Hello everybody, it's Tom from Team Exalted. This week we have my captain's match for KOTE round 6, and we're up against Team Invictus this week. The opponent will be going first. I think I will keep this hand. If I play a decent creature, I can Hypnobeam it. If it's not, I can Flock some for value. And they're going Mars, and it's a Mother Gun. Well, okay, let's just go shadows. Throw that out. Throw the Nif out, which will end my turn. Not sure the opponent has much that I would want to Hypnobeam. Maybe the Brain Eater, maybe the Phylix. Oh, maybe the Dominator probably is what I want. Yeah, let's take Shadow's turn. And we'll just get rid of that. Okay, so we have a Subtle Mole coming down, Urchin, and the Fagin. So let's go Mars and clear that board, and let's just stop there. I think I'm not going fast enough actually here. I should be going faster, and I may well go Logos next turn just to clear my hand out. I'm holding on to things I shouldn't be holding. Double Subtle Maul is going to be brutal. Okay. And then we'll Beam Buckler, hit itself, move it to the left, and end my turn there. The opponent could go into shadows here and mess us up, so we have to watch out for that. But they've already played 5 shadows cards and they can't just Subtle Maul every turn. Opponent having a good think about this now. And going Mars. They're going to Mother Gun and probably kill the Noddy, my guess. Okay, then they'll Battle Fleet, draw some cards. At least that is out of the way as well until the deck cycles now. I'll take the Beam Buckler back. they didn't manage to kill it. That was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it? Okay. Let's go logos. Let's get this stuff out. The entangler. And let's poke. And there's no enemies, so I just gain the amber. I'll end the turn there. Oh, so the opponent's gone into a library access turn and lab working Escatero and a Smoko, another Escatero and a Brain Eater. Fantastic. And a Twin Bolt take out my Archimedes and their Noddy, leaving me with the Brain Eater. Okay, can't use any cards on my next turn. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Because the Mars first won't help then. I feel like I still go with Mars to try and cycle, because I need that break. And I'll take him off check. Let's Beam Buckler. We'll do it to the Brain Eater and put it on the left flank. Then Mars needs amber. Then we'll play this Harvester down. Do we Mars first? What's the chance we draw into something we want to use with Mars next turn? Slim to none. And then we end the turn on 4. Well, now opponent probably going to go into a Logos turn. I think I have a reasonable Shadows turn coming up. Oh, they've gone Shadows, so my hand is about to get wrecked by those subtle mauls. Knew this was a danger. So we've sacrificed Skippy and we're going to do 3 to 2 creatures. Harvester and the Beam Buckler makes a certain amount of sense. Relentless Whispers to kill the Beam Buckler. Subtle mauls me the routine job, which is actually fine in my discard. Don't mind that so much. And a Massis Asp. Okay. We kind of have to go Shadows here. Miasma. And then we will Lights Out to get rid of Brain Eater. Want rid of the Asp. I think I want rid of the Asp. There we go. Deck not really firing for me here today. Let's see what we have left in here. Oh dear. The double subtle maul is relentless. But I have tempo because I got the first key. Let's go Logos. What are you going to do here? we're going to kill one of the doctors to draw a card. Oh, we'll cutthroat research. That's very fortuitous, and we'll play it straight away. And then we'll play a librarian on the right, play Expian on the right, and then we will say logos cannot reap. We will end our turn. And then I get to archive something. Well, I'm going to archive the binary rupture. You can sit there till the IG lands in my hand. See what the opponent does here. Well, wormholes into a dodger. It's good not to see a Shadow's turn. Every one of those is very painful for me. With those subtle moles. What I want to see here is the opponent reaping and upping their amber so I can get some value from that routine job and the Ronnie. And then I'm going to whistling darts a whole bunch of their stuff. Opponent having a good thing here. Nope, fought the librarian. And fought the Brain Eater. Interesting. And then playing their own Brain Eater and an experimental therapy. Yeah. This card obviously now has been, well, not obviously, this card has been errated so that you can use it as if it belonged to all houses, not that it does belong to all houses. And face shifts out a Mega Mouth, which can be a very annoying card. But I think here it's still pretty clear that we go into shadows. There's no point playing the routine job, so we'll keep hold of it. Don't want archives. Whistling darts. Whistling darts. Ronnie. Go to check. And now we have the brig online. The problem is, yeah, those subtle moles. What are we going to lose here? We've lost a routine job and a sniffer. That's not so bad. Urchin to steal and take me off. Another asp. Oof. But Throwing Stars looks pretty good here. Throwing Stars looks pretty good here. We can kill the Megamouth, the asp and the urchin. Get to 8. Let's see what the opponent does here. I'd love to see some burst, but I don't think they have it in them necessarily. What I don't want to see is another Shadow's turn, which it is. They're going to play this game with the subtle moles all day. Makes it a game of luck. They've already cycled their deck as well. I can live with that. I can live with that. Can he take me off check? Hopefully not. We will cycle our deck in a moment as well. We do have the Hex Peon. I'm not going to take archives. I think we just poke that Dodger. Let's just put you off from using shadows for another turn, shall we? And end it there. Okay, so this is set up for Logo's turn next. And going Mars. Battle Fleet coming up. Oh, Plague Master. And a Phylix. And the Dominator. Interesting. So the Phylix can make me lose 3, which means I need to get to at least 9 if he's going to take me off in Mars. Yes, okay, so we go Logos. We take our archives into hand. We Binate Rupture. Interdimensional Graft. The combo is real. Rain Eater left. Spion right. And you go Reap with Mars. End the turn. So I've got to the 9, they can get me to 6. They can either take a Mars turn, but it can't stop me there. They have no scaling amber control. I think this is over. I think 3 is the most they can take off me. Don't know what they could have here, and a good game all around. Thank you very much for the games.